So, tonight, Minecraft. Tomorrow, as a daytime stream, we're doing blueprints. People really liked blueprints when it was a day stream. Then, for the last week or two, I made it a night stream, and it hasn't done as well. We've had a dramatic dip in viewership, engagement, and support, and I think that's because it changed. Since this week, we have some more time. It's a long 7-day streaming week. I decided that we will do it as a day stream again and see how it does. Okay, so that's tomorrow and tomorrow night, indie game night. And I don't know what I want to do. Like, we have some options, okay? We could go play some more Balatro, which I haven't now done in months, and I really like Balatro. Or we could play some Schedule 1, which I only played during my birthday marathon for like 45 minutes. We could actually do a serious stream of it, trying to play it and see if I can learn it and enjoy it. Or we could do a new game, a new indie game. I don't know what I want to do. I'm thinking what we should do is just kind of jump on that stream together tomorrow night and just talk and hang out and figure it out together, okay? Now, here's the thing. When we hit 5 more support goals, we're going to do the marathon. It could be probably Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. So basically, all I did is I copy-pasted the schedule from the first half of the week into the second half of the week here. So at one point, we're going to play more Oblivion Remastered. At one point, we'll have more Black Ops 6. At one point, more Clair Obscur. At one point, more Minecraft. At one point, more Blueprints. At one point, another indie night. But I don't want to tell you exactly when, because the marathon will be in there at some point, okay? So what we should do is figure out what will the games be for the marathon. Let's get people to start voting on the games for the marathon, all right? And then we can figure all this out, all right, and go from there. So in the meantime, please, if you would like this marathon to happen as soon as possible, which I do, I would love to do it. For the record, I got some tequila. I got some shots. All right. I still got the moonshine, and I bought White Claws to sip on all day long for this marathon. So I'll be nicely buzzed all day long for this upcoming Viewer's Choice event. There's also going to be some food. So it's going to be a fun, chill, interactive event. All right. And I hope that you guys will join me for it. I wish I could tell you exactly when it is. We don't know yet. We'll know shortly. Once we figure out, how long it will take to hit these goals, right? Which, we're working on right now. So, okay. So before we get to that, let's do some shout outs, because we actually have some early support that I'd like to shout out and get momentum going for today's goals. All right. So first off, Zangief gifted 5 subs over on Kick to get us started with Kick support today. Thank you, Zangief. Let's get that on the leaderboard. That's worth $25 of support. And that's a great head start to the goal today. So thank you very much, Zangi. It's not dollars. It's, I guess, Federation credits or whatever. I don't know what that symbol is. The Republic? I think Republic credits or something. Okay. Our first tip of the day has arrived. I got a $2 tip. This person says, as you said about Star Wars, do it once in a while or it no longer becomes special. Is this something you believe you could learn something from? It is. That's what I've said is, I feel, honestly, the reason that the initiatives that I have tried over the last 6 to 8 months, the reason that none of them have really stuck is very simple, because I make them regular things and then they're not special anymore. So, for example, I want to do a politics show, DS Politics, right? So I start doing it once a week. And the first week or two, it actually gets attention. It gets support. People are really liking it. By week 5 or 6, people are bored. So instead of doing it every week, maybe do it once a month, maybe do it every couple of weeks, do it whenever I feel like, right? But it didn't work as a weekly show. Smart Guys, bringing back wrestling commentary for the first time in over a decade. I started right as Raw hit Netflix, carried through the Royal Rumble all the way up to WrestleMania. First 2 weeks, popular, views, support. Then it kind of starts to die out. Then I kind of reboot it with random guest hosts. Okay, at first there's attention. By the time WrestleMania hits, people are bored. So as I said, it's kind of the deal is when you do something regularly, it doesn't really feel special anymore. Same thing with the Lego nights. We had a couple nights or 3 nights in February where we built the succulent plant Lego. Then I built a Minecraft Lego set during my birthday marathon a month ago, which I had in my background for the month of April. And now I built this guy, the Piranha Plant Lego. But after having done it all these times, it's like, okay, he's done it so much, it's not a big deal anymore. Maybe wait a bit, and then maybe later on, this this year we bring it back. Maybe when there's a reason to bring it back, like a specific time that makes sense to bring it back, right? So there you go. As I said, one of the ideas that we've been coming up with is the idea of a variety show. Not the Level 1 podcast, but an actual show that I maybe do like once a week, twice a week, or maybe twice a month. We got to figure out the frequency to do it. But it's 100% a variety show, and it's the whole stream. It's not just an hour and a half. It's actually my major stream of the day is a variety show, right? So what would it be? Well, maybe one week I talk about my thoughts on what's going on in pro wrestling, and I recap some results or what's going on with a pay-per-view event and say, hey, here's what I think. And then maybe one week we build a Lego set together. And then maybe one week I just have some random guests call in and we actually have like a back and forth open forum discussion about a topic. Maybe we cover news and stuff that's going on in gaming and things like that, right? I feel like that could definitely work. But the question is, what should the show be called? How often should I do it? How often do I change the format? We got to figure all of that out, right? But I think that that's actually an interesting idea of something that I could do. In fact, I already have some interesting other things, like first time things that I could do on that show that I don't really want to talk about or spoil yet, because I feel like if I tell you about them ahead of time, then the ideas are kind of already out there, and I'd rather just let it sit and simmer a bit. But I think that it would be a pretty cool show. Okay? So, awesome, right? Thank you. And that's good advice. The person who tipped $2, I really do believe that is kind of what killed a lot of the ideas of things that I started, is I started doing them too regularly, too frequently. And when you do it like that, it loses interest, doesn't feel special anymore. So maybe now do it less frequently, or do a variety show where we'll do these things, but only every once in a while we go back to them, right? I think that could definitely work. Okay. All right. So continuing on. Thank you for that. And then Jalen the Chimp gifted a sub over on Kick. Thank you to Jalen. All right. Cool. All right. So good early support. We're up to $32 and climbing. Thank you guys. So let's get some support going. First of all, we haven't had any super chats yet today. How about a super chat over on YouTube to get that going? We also didn't have any memberships yet, so maybe a membership or two on YouTube would be greatly appreciated. Okay? If you could, let's get that variety of support going, and let's get that momentum. Yesterday, we nearly hit the goal by the end of the podcast, and that was tremendous, because then we hit the goal and another one because people were tuning in for the gameplay and they supported it, and it worked really well. So let's get that rolling again. All right.